This week in Weird Giraffe Games.
Hi, I'm Nick, and this is This Week in Weird Giraffe Games, a look into the life of a publisher.
I'm Carla. I've been running Weird Giraffe Games for about 10 years, and we make games that have classic mechanisms with a twist of weird, like Fire in the Library, Logic and Lore, and Way Too Many Cats. At one point, Nick and I got super burnt out, and now we're trying to figure out how to be passionate and productive in a more healthy and sustainable way, and maybe we can all learn how to do that together.
Yeah, and so this week we are at Justin's house. Justin is our general manager at Weird Giraffe Games. He runs the booths and does a whole bunch of other stuff, and we just got back from PAX Unplugged. Justin, your house is amazing.
Well, thank you. Welcome to my house. You'll see some of my games here, but yes, typically you'll see me in the booth at events, selling games, demoing games, and just trying to make everyone have a great and joyful time while they learn about our stuff.
Yeah, there's so many games here at Justin's house. We got to play a whole bunch of it. The ones that you see us in here are just solo mode games. There's all kinds of games all over the place. But let's talk about what happened this week. So Carla, we've been really busy since we last did This Week in Weird Giraffe Games.
Well, that's actually not this week. It's been several weeks since we did this because the last time we talked, we were talking about going to Seattle and Portland. We did that. Then we also went to Cleveland for a friend's wedding, and then we had friends stay with us for 3 weeks. And then we prepared for PAX Unplugged, went there, and now we're in DC. So yeah, that has been a lot. We got sick a couple times, had some life events, but hopefully we can get back to a regular weekly thing.
Yes, this is starting weekly now. We promise to do it as much as we can.
We don't promise. Things happen, obviously.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we did just get back from PAX Unplugged. It was a spectacular show. I loved being in Philadelphia and seeing Reading Terminal and seeing all the people that are super excited about games there. We sold out of Logic and Lore on Saturday, on day 2. So Justin, what were people saying about Logic and Lore?
Well, there's several different comments. First off, everyone was loving the artwork. And then people were bringing their friends back to the booth, be like, hey, you need to check out this game too. And then also we had the designers in the booth, and they got to watch their games sell out on Saturday while they're in the booth signing games. And so people were excited to get their games signed during that time frame. The designers were with us. It was just an overall great, exciting time to see how excited people were to play the game, learn about the game, and just see the beautiful artwork at the table.
Yeah, I completely forgot how much people love to see the designers of the game and interact with them. Darren and Jason were signing autographs, and people would stop by and see that they were coming, and they would make plans to come back to the booth to just talk with Darren and Jason and get their game signed. So it was amazing to have those guys out there. We also had Ian Zhang come out and talk about Kingdoms of the Deep. This was the first con where we really had a proper release of Kingdoms of the Deep. It came out kind of during the pandemic and then didn't really get the buzz that it deserved. People were loving that. What were they saying about Kingdoms of the Deep?
So in the same way, like, it has beautiful artwork, has great custom animal meeples, and with Ian in the booth getting to show it off, people were excited, like, hey, pulling their friends over to the table as they were playing and be like, hey, this feels like kind of like Scythe, but easier to jump into. Beautiful theming, so it was overall a great way to show it off.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved the reactions of people. Pretty much everybody who played a demo ended up getting one.
Yeah.
And people loved seeing Ian there and getting the game signed. So that was PAX Unplugged. We did have a tournament of Logic and Lore there. It was a surprise. But PAX Unplugged, they have this mystery game tournament where you can sign up and you don't know what games are going to be played. You just sign up to the tournament. And Logic and Lore was in that. So how did that go, Justin?
That actually went really great. So we were in like the second or third round. So there were, I think, 8 games of it going at the same time. We of course had to teach everyone how to play because no one knew what they were going to be playing coming into it. But they were immediately hooked. They wanted to play again and again. They stayed late to play multiple games. They were jumping online to immediately buy the game because we had sold out in the booth. It was just overall an amazing reaction to the game itself, and the people there at the tournament loving us being there.
Yeah, it was, I think, our best PAX Unplugged ever. I'm so excited to see that happen and see the reception of Logic and Lore and Kingdoms of the Deep, and even all of our other games that we had out there too. People were really loving them. So after PAX Unplugged, we had the opportunity to sit down with some other publishers, do some networking on Monday. Then we came back to Justin's house and recovered from PAX Unplugged and kind of took the week of Thanksgiving to enjoy Thanksgiving, turkeys, and really make our plans for next year, because 2026 is going to be our 10th anniversary, and it's going to be, I think, one of our biggest years ever. So Carla, are you excited about next year?
Yeah, sure. There's going to be a lot of work, and hopefully Nick doesn't make promises about everything and anything like he usually does, and then I have to deal with the aftermath of that. So we have to temper the excitement.
I do have lots of
truth.
dreams, and I appreciate all the dream crushing that needs to happen for me.
I hate the dream crushing, so maybe one day Nick will learn how to be his own dream crusher, so that I can just be in my lane and just have joy in my life.
That is one of my opportunities for improvement.
He just has dreams of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I always have dreams of tomorrow.
But yeah, we play tested a number of prototypes for next year. We evaluated some of the games that were pitched to us. We normally don't take pitch games. You have to get through a number of barriers to actually pitch a game to us. Mainly because I design games very fast. And I have 50 or something games in progress, so there's not a lot of room for other things. But we did find one game that I'm really excited about, and I'm really excited to get all the contracts and stuff out. Plus we got we've talked about the second Logic game that we're working on a few times, and that is coming together really well. We finally got in, it was going well, but it needed just a little bit of something, and I think we found that's something.
That was a good find. I'm super excited for next year with cats and feathers and lots of expansions and promos and fun upgrades and lots of cool stuff. We also got to finish up Reef and Ruins and Surplus of Sloths, our two games that are just about to hit print on the manufacturing.
Well, we did the final verifications for Reef and Ruins. We need to finish up any things for Surplus of Sloths, but hopefully we have all that and we'll just submit it in the next week, and then we don't have to worry.
Yeah, and it was super exciting because I don't typically get to see this final verification process with the first test print that they get sent. So me being hands-on with those this time was really fun to see.
Yeah, and we got to actually play the final version of Reef and Ruins, and I'm super excited for how it looks. I think it's going to be amazing. I know it's been a while, but we're finally going to have it towards the beginning of next year. While we were here, Justin also took us around to different places in Baltimore, so we got to visit the local games and stuff.
Justin, can tell us about it.
Yes, so my local game store, not even 10 minutes down the road, is Games and Stuff, which is considered one of the largest game stores on the East Coast. I believe y'all visited once or twice before when y'all come to town, but we had more time to actually go in there, actually walk around. Went Black Friday to support small businesses, and we kind of just network because they actually recognized me from dropping off one of their orders so they can sell our games. There's multiple games they saw of ours on the shelf that they're selling for us, so it was great to see that.
Yeah, and we've been doing this tour around the country, so we've been seeing lots and lots of cool games and stuff. But this was the original Games and Stuff. It was a spectacular store, giant. It has so much play area, and the deals for Black Friday were amazing. I saw pictures on social media. People were walking out with
Carts.
their
Carts piled high, taller than them, of game deals they were walking out with. We ended up buying some stuff. I think y'all are going home with an extra suitcase because you bought too many games.
We bought too many games.
Yeah, between that and PAX and just living.
So many games. I'm so excited. I got into Marvel Champions. I got that used from Games and Stuff. That was a great find. But we've also been doing inventory and just all around logistics and planning for our conventions that are coming up next year. We're going to be at Pelicon in Houston in May. We're going to be at Gamma. We're going to be at Dice Tower West, Gen Con, PAX Unplugged. So many conventions next year. But we've also been learning stuff
as we
about.
try to do each week.
Yeah, so
this week, the improvement that I wanted to make is don't change things just because you feel like it. Because Nick was getting really excited about changing from Asana, and we use Google Docs, to going to Notion, and he was like researching stuff, and I was like, Nick, why do you actually want to change? Like, do you want to change because you don't want to do the things that you're assigned to do, or do you want to change for like a legit good reason that will like compensate for all the time it would take to like switch everything from like all those platforms over? Like, we have years worth of docs. Like, is that actually worth it?
Yeah.
Is it the platform, or is it the technology you're using with the platform, like, that's causing issues?
I think it's
Or is it
just
personal?
I wanted to make a change. I saw what it could be in Notion, but I then realized that the effort it takes to move everything over from one platform to another platform, I didn't account for.
Well,
and when I
the
accounted
fact
for that,
it's like, oh,
outrageous.
is the platform actually that different? Or is it about the same?
Yeah, is it just making change for change's sake, for which I just want to see change? Then it was good to learn that, because I realized that I shouldn't do that.
So we saved the time. Well, we did put in like several hours, each of us, to evaluate it and be like, you know what? What if we didn't? What if we didn't?
Well, and that's also a good concept to take into game design in general. Like, don't just change it to change it. Like, have a reason you're changing it, and like make sure it's improving and not just wasting time.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that game designers will just change something because one person said it should change.
Or like, they just have played it that often that they're like, oh yeah, this is boring now because I've played it 100 times. And it's like, well, you have played it 100 times. What do new players think?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, that was this week, or this month, in Weird Giraffe Games. I'm Nick. This is Carla. This is Justin. We'll see you around.